Okay. So if you can see my screen, just confirm that. Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So today we'll discuss about the how we can perform the basic level of the purchase requisitions, purchase orders. Okay, and goods receipt and invoice. Okay, what the basic level how we can perform, that we will understand. Okay, so that tomorrow we'll try to create new plans and new company codes, new store locations and purchase organization, and we'll try to do the master data. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So, as we said that, okay, each and every process and every step we have the separate transaction codes. Okay, so we generally call as a T code. Okay, you can say T code or we can say a transaction code. Okay,
Okay.
so terminology will be like it's short term, okay, and it's long term. Okay, so
Okay.
transaction code or T code. So for purchase requisition, okay, so as we discussed it in the P2P cycle, procurement to pay cycle, what we said, the initial process will be started with like creating the purchase requisition. So what we need and that if you understand that, then our procurement process will be started, right? When you getting from outside, right? So the first one is purchase requisition. Purchase requisition creation. Okay, so this is purchase requisition creation. Okay, so the transaction code is ME51N. Okay, so this is transaction code
51.
ME51N. Okay,
Okay, that's
so
the standard one. I have to remember this.
yeah, you have to remember some of the transaction codes. So there are a lot of transaction codes are there. There are so many things you have to remember. So how we can remember these all based on your practice. Keep on you practicing on that. Some days later, you'll be everything you know. Okay, you are aware about that. Okay, so the purchase equation. So in case if you not able to remember that, okay, I just given the other options also. You can go from the SAP menu, logistics and material management, and you can go to purchasing, and you can go to purchase requisition and MF1.
Okay.
So
51.
there is a
Okay.
part also, but every time if you want to go with a part and searching for that, it's difficult, right? So that's why might you can remember the transaction code, some of the transaction code, okay, but still you can find from here.
Okay.
So this is a transaction code. Okay, so let's see. I entered something like in the purchase requisition. Okay, I entered something like purchase requisition. Now, if you think that, okay, if you think that where it will be stored. So as we discussed earlier, okay, it will be like database server,
Mm.
right? And we have said application server, and we have said presentation server. Did you remember this one?
Yeah. Yeah.
At initial first demo class, we discussed about it, right? So the presentation server, what it is like, we just operating here. So I can look into that and I can operate this. This is presentation server, right? Application server, it is like the coding inside this one. Whatever, when I enter the material number, the system will look into that material master record and it is validating that, okay, well, yes, this is available. Okay, that means it is some how it is validating, like it is the code, it is representing that to go there and check and it is available or not. So the application layer, it is like a processing and it will be a kind of the thing. And database store is, okay, once you created, maybe you have created metal master record, you created vendor master record, you created info records and all these things you created, right? Somewhere you have to store, or else to how application server will work, how it is, how it will be validated. So the data should be stored somewhere in the database server, then only the application server can go into the database server and check that, validate the whether the it is available or not available. right? So the database level, what will be happen? They will be have this data will be stored. Okay.
Okay.
So generally database servers generally at ECC level. Okay. The ECC level, we can use our own database. Okay. Use our own database. Like we have DBMS, we have and Oracle database. It is there. So many databases are there. SQL. So but at S4 HANA, okay, we have the HANA database, own database. Okay, so did it will be work this HANA database in the ECC level? Yes, at higher level version. Okay, the HANA database also can be connected to ECC. Okay, but if the client is looking into some other database, they can go ahead. Okay, but
Okay.
in the S4 HANA level, it is inbuilt HANA database. Okay,
Okay.
it is inbuilt HANA database, so we cannot use any other database outside of. So you should be use the HANA database only. That is default HANA database, which is inbuilt. It is provided by SAP. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So now in this case, what will be happen? We go to table levels. Okay, there will be like database tables we have. That database tables will be stored in the table level. Okay, so that table information we can see. Okay, in case I create a purchase requisition, I can go. There will be like some of the tables. Okay, so you have to go there and you can search that. Okay, what are the purchase requisition which is created today, tomorrow, yesterday, sorry, today and yesterday, and with my ID, how many it is created, and the date on that date, how many purchase requisition which is created. Okay, what are the material number, what are the information, all this information will be there in the database table. Okay, so
Mhm.
as a consultant, you should also aware about the transaction code and table name. Okay, at least.
And table name. Okay.
Yeah, table name. So why we need, sir? I know transaction code because users should know about the transaction. We have to be trained up to the users. That's why I should aware. But why the table name which is required? Okay, I will tell you because a table name when it will be helpful to you tomorrow. If the client is asking that to prepare some report, customized report or customized transaction code, a customized program or customize any enhancement in the existing logic. Okay, if you want to change the logic, okay, the technical team, the above team can do that, but you have to be provided all the inputs where I can get this data, where I can validate this one. So the tables and the field names, everything we have to provide. So that's part. Okay, so the table you should aware about this table name. Okay, you should
Yeah,
aware about.
yeah, I know the table name actually, but uh, yeah, okay. For to get the table names, actually, you did enter something right over there.
So here you're talking about.
Yeah, the IBAN and other things. So these are all the table names, right?
Yeah, correct, exactly.
Okay, and like how should I remember the table names actually? Okay, I know for requisition creation, okay, it's
Mm,
ME51, and
mm,
that's something that I need to remember. So
mm.
what about the table names actually? How should I?
Okay, so you should remember these tables as well. Okay, they might be have the table names again. We can have some transaction codes and we can see that. But for ourselves, we should be remember that some of the table names. Definitely, we have to remember. Okay, or else what we can do like if, by searching like E star and some of the table names like we can find here. There are so many tables are there. So if I just search that, okay, purchase requisition. Okay. So there will be like so many tables will get. Okay, but some of the tables defaultly you have to be remember that. Okay, and there might be have the one table. It will be stored all the tables. Okay, technical. So generally, this should be you remember how we remembering these transaction codes. Should be remember the table names as well. Okay.
Okay.
So there is for a transaction we have, but that is only for transaction cost, because transaction cost we have when we are creating, it will be stored in the database table. But tables you should remember. Keep on practicing that you can remember.
Okay, but do we have
Other
something,
than other than this one, other than this, there is a one more logic it is there. Okay, if I just go here, okay, if I'm just entering here, okay, so if I just click F1, okay, so you can go here, okay, and somewhere you can find that table name, okay, so not for every level, okay, let's see if I can find somewhere. Some of the transaction costs we can find easily, okay, but for all fields it will not get. Okay, we'll go to display first. Let's see if we can get anything here. So most probably will not get from here. Mostly sometimes we can get, not for the purchase requisition. Okay, okay, I'll show you some of this. Suppose I'm going to the metal master record. Okay, so from here, okay, if it is master data, I'm just clicking on F1. Okay, F1 is a key. Same just thing. It will give the information of the metal group. What is that? And if you can click on this one, it will go to configuration. If I just click on here, it will give technical information. So here you can find the table name. When it is the transparent table, it is there. You can find the table name, but not for all, because some of the data which will be stored in the structures level. Inside the structure, again, there are so many connectivities, like table names and other things. But for all, it is not difficult. It's for all, it's not easy. Some of them we can easily find it.
Okay, so how many table names should I remember actually, like, for
Yeah, you
creation
can.
of
I think
purchase requisition?
mostly you can like 20 to 30. You have to remember for a month point of view, not for entire. For a month point of view, at least 20 to 30.
Okay, and each table name has its own function, right?
Yeah,
So
obviously,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Is there a way, something by which I can remember, maybe if I have a word
Yeah,
sheet,
that's what because see, uh, most probably I would like, okay, if it is master data, it will be start with M series, okay, MARD, MARC, like master data, like it will be start. If it is transactional data, it will be start with EKPO, EBAN, okay. And one thing what we can say, ST if it is related, then it is it will be start with V series, and if it is MM, it will be start with E. Okay, so it's like you can easily find somewhere. Okay, like if you see that EB, it start with EB, like it's all purchase requisition related, and some of the links it will be like, okay, it will be like, okay, and if it is EK started with EK, then it is entirely which is like purchasing orders, okay, and contracts, schedule agreement, all it will be start with EK series. Okay,
mm,
okay, then if it is a M series, okay, again in the M series we have like goods ship related, okay, and metal master record related, all it will be like here, inventory related, okay, and if it is a start with R series, okay, RB, okay, then it will be like invoice related, okay, invoice verification, okay, it is related.
mm.
Somewhat we can have to remember this, okay, but I will get some table name, okay, where we can find it easy, okay, but where we will look into that generally, if I just go here and table what field, if suppose my client is asking that they need this information, metal group information, then I'll just go here and I will go search here, then I will just click on here and then okay, this is Mara table and field name it is MATKL. So what I can do, I can go there and C69 in the Mara table. Okay, then I will enter the what input it is there. So MATKL is the table. So I will enter some material number here. Okay, of material number I will enter. Okay, and I'll go here. You can see that. Okay, MATKL it will be there. Okay, so I can get this information, material group information when I just execute this one. Okay, I can get this material information is 001. Okay. Okay, clear?
Yeah, somewhat.
Yes, somewhat you have to do practice. Okay, some of the things obviously you have to remember, or maybe you can note down somewhere.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm trying to note down actually. Yeah,
Yeah,
while
I'll
we
give
speak.
you this. Okay, because you have already recording section, right? You can get it easily. Okay, you
Mm,
can prepare these table names and everything. At last minute you will get easily. Okay, keep on doing practice. You can even you can easily to remember this transaction table names and transaction code. Okay.
okay.
Okay. Okay. Now, the purchase requisition will be 51 and the table name is okay. For this purchase requisition, it will be like EBAN. Okay.
Iban. Okay.
So this is the entire information will give, but the sum of the information will store in the EKKN, EBKN.
Okay.
Okay. EBKN is the somewhat it is the special cases like account assessment data. Okay. So if there is any account assessment tab data is required, so you can go in the EBKN
What is condensement data?
account assessment tab. So
Account assignment. Okay.
yeah, so there is a direct consumption, right? Sometimes we discuss it, right? Might be instead of uh, uh, we are receiving the stock into our location, it is directly going to the cost center and
Mm,
departments, right? So that is the account assessment category. So if you given this account assessment category, okay, then the system will either it will be go to cost center or it will be go to some sales and distributions document. So it is reserved for that and orders like okay. So in that case, if special cases, the account assessment category information, if it is needed, you have to go with the EBKN. So the main information will be there in the EBKN table, and other than this one, we have some information in the EBKN when it is account assessment category. Okay.
okay.
So I can go with EBAN. I can see that okay. Tomorrow, if suppose somebody they created today, or it is somebody they created on changed on the dates, you can easily find it. Okay, and
Mm,
who created and when it is created. Okay, like we can see here. If suppose I have the username, so 103368. So let's enter the 103368.
okay.
Okay, this created. Okay, then execute. Then you can see, okay, I created earlier, there are 4 to 5 purchase requisitions I created in the different dates. Okay,
Yeah.
here, and I can see the information of the who created and who is the purchase group and material number, plan, store location, tracking numbers, all these things we can find it.
Material group. Okay. Everything.
Okay,
So created is some. That's the user ID, right?
created by the user ID, and
Okay.
this is the date when it is created and got it.
Changed on. Okay.
Okay, and there is a creation indicator also it is there. Okay, so based on this creation indicator there will be like multiple ways to create a purchase requisition. Manually can create. Okay, if we created manually, then it is a real-time manual, and if it is coming automatically created from the MRP, okay, procurements, okay, so purchase production orders, store orders, like when it is creating from some third party systems, then it will be updated based on the indicator. So this indicator you can, based on this indicator you can justify that okay, if it is creating from the back end or it is created if it is created manually front end, that you can easily find it.
Okay. All right. So now for purchase requisition creation. Okay. So now we have the code and table name. Okay.
Okay, EBAN, EBAN table. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so the transaction code is M51N. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
so this transaction code is very easy to remember because
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
not
It's
remember also no problem because I have the option like I can go here and select here. Okay, I can
yes.
select
Exactly.
from here.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
In procure.
so go to SAP menu and you can see here. Okay, but table names you somewhat you have to remember that. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
so ME51N is the creation. Okay, creation of purchase requisition, and ME52N is the change purchase requisition. Okay, and ME53N is the display purchase requisition. Okay, so it will be like
Display purchase requisition as in?
display whatever you created, right? So here,
Okay, so
yeah,
it's
it is
gonna
a
show.
new. It's completely
Okay.
new. Okay, it is completely new. We are creating, and whatever
Okay.
existing is amendment.
Yeah, amendments. Any amendments? Okay.
And yeah, and if you want to see the display, that's what, right? We discussed yesterday. Production system, we have only display access. So in that case,
Okay.
you have only this access. You don't have access for ME52 and ME51.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I can there is if you go to ME53N, okay, I can only see the information. Okay. So especially you are looking into some information, I can see. I cannot modify anything here. Okay.
Okay. Just.
Yeah.
Okay. Looking at it. Okay.
We are looking into that. Okay. And there will be like some kind of the approval strategies will be there. Okay. So ME58 individual release. Okay. And ME59 and okay. This is the collective release. So what is the what is the individual and the collective release?
No.
Okay. So we can restrict the PR. Okay. So last time we discussed about this one. So we can restrict the quantity and we restrict the value. Okay. Before moving to this purchase equation to next further steps, there should be some approval strategies. Okay. So the higher level, they have to be approved the purchase requisition. Okay. So I can define like different levels of approvals. Might be suppose it is 1 lakh. Within 1 lakh, okay, it's not required everyone approval. I can store manager if he approved and it's good. Okay. If it is 2 lakhs, 2 lakhs or 3 lakhs, it's 4 lakhs up to 10 lakhs. Then obviously from the store manager and we also need to be go with the department manager. Okay. So the department manager has to be approved. Store manager and department manager. Then, if I just go with about 10 lakhs and before below 1 crore, okay, then obviously I need some head, okay, delivery head and maybe area manager who has to approve. Okay, then
Okay.
it is levels like first store manager have to validate, then next department manager to have validate, then area manager have to approve. Okay, so like there will be different levels of the approval strategies we can define. Okay, so here each individually level they are approving. That means first store manager and then department management. Like they are releasing the each level. Collector release is nothing but like at a time I can release the all the levels. Okay, so
Okay. At a time, as in like if there are more than one approver.
we can release. At a time we can release the all the levels one by one. It will display all the levels. What levels you want to plan, you can plan to release. Okay, so collector why SAP provided this one? So practicing purpose and moreover, if the one person have the if suppose some other person he is going on leave, okay, the area manager and department manager, he's department manager only he's taking. So every time he wants to be enter the level of code and approving individually, it is difficult, right? So they can do department and store both at a time. So multiple levels you can do. Yeah, multiple levels you can do.
Okay.
Did you got it?
I agree actually. Like,
Yeah.
but generally, what we see when a purchase order is created, mostly it goes from one level to another level actually. Okay.
Obviously,
So
obviously.
we
Yeah.
tend to hear that okay, the sourcing manager is now have approved, and it goes to some higher level to the VP, supply
Exactly.
chain, and everything. That's how it works actually.
Correct, exactly. That's why.
And
But there is
once everybody approves, then the purchase order is uh it's
going for
placed
the
and
next
yeah,
further.
it goes to the vendor. So
Yeah, correct.
so
So
but in collective release, like I'm yet to
mm,
understand. Okay, you
mm,
say that everybody approves all at once, right?
mm. That means
How
if
come? Like,
you that means see, okay, if I have suppose there is a levels like L1 and L2 and L3. There is a three levels. Okay, let's assume
mm,
that. Okay, so
Okay.
first you have to go L1, okay, and then L2, then it will go to L3. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now what will happen here? I can do entire all L1 and L2, L3 at a time. Okay.
Okay. It goes to all together, like
All
it goes
together.
to L1 and L2, L3 all at a time.
At a time, it will display like it will be this how it is like purchase requisition. The screen it is there. I can go here and I can see that okay, there are so many levels are there. I can upload like this, all the levels at a time. But these levels, what will be happen? You have to enter. I'll show you the screen. ME58. Okay, if you go to ME58, I have to enter individually each and every one level. Sorry. Okay, sorry. Okay. This is sorry. I just confused this one. Okay. This is a ME55 and this is ME44. And okay, sorry. Okay. Let's go to ME55. Okay. So you have to enter that release code and the release group here. Okay. So the code and the group I have to enter. Okay. That means I can refer to only one code at a time. Okay. In the collector in the ME55. Okay. Individual release. If I go to ME54N. Okay. If I go to ME54N, if the release strategy is there, it will be display at a time. Let's see if you can find some release strategy purchase requisition. So mostly it will be like only one transaction will be have the access. Okay, even it is there also. Okay, mostly it will not be there into the everyone. Okay, might be higher level. One person, if suppose there is some problem in the individual release, the person, two persons are in leave. Okay, suddenly it is stuck. So I can go in the higher level and the CEO level. They have the access and I can request them to release that at a time.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
they
Okay.
cannot go
In
and
the
they can
collective
go.
release, yeah, like hypothetically, in the collective release, L3 approves,
Hmm.
and L1 and L2, they might be on vacation. So
Yeah, correct.
what happens actually? If L3 approves, then the purchase requisition is gone. I mean, it's approved, or
No, it is, they have to approve all the because the levels. So how you design, it's like you first you have to approve L1, then it will go to L2, then it will go to L3. But
mm,
we can give that entire access to the higher level. It's not going to L3, but somewhere some other person like there will be like L4. Okay, so the
mm.
higher person can have the access like IT level. IT lead is there. IT lead can do this one entirely because we are the technical board. We just going there and we are just validating. Okay,
So
so
L3 has the power to approve for L1 and L2 both.
no. That's
But
why some other person. That's why outside of these approvals. Outside of these
okay,
approvals, if someone have the suppose let's say there is a CFO is there.
mm,
Okay, so
they
CFO
have,
have the mostly all the access, right? Because he knows
yeah.
that all financial impacts and everything he knows. So he is the leading the entire business. Okay, in that case he have the access. Some of the central level access he have.
Okay.
He can operate like. Okay, so that's what I'm just saying. Let's see if we can find something. I can show you how it will be like. There's so much data it is there. I'll go some limitation time. Let's see if someone has created anything. We'll go with for 5 to 6 months. So data will be limited. Okay. So there is, let's see if there is some patch regulations are there. So I'll show you how it will be like. Okay, if you see that here, okay, there is two levels are there. Okay. Okay, if I need to go in the ME55, okay, what will be happen? I have to enter first A1, then I have to enter the A2. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if I go to, let's say, I will go to ME55. Okay. First, I will go to ME55. Okay. Go to ME55. Okay. Then I will enter first. What will be? I will enter A1. Code is A1. So I can go only A1. Cannot go A2 because at a time I cannot go. Only single entry it is. Okay. So I can enter the purchase request number. We'll go here. Execute. Okay. So there is some writing, some closed or something is there. But let's see ME54 end. Okay. If you see here, okay, I can release. Okay, can release. If I go, I can release first A1 and immediately. Okay, okay. So the requisitions they are designed like if it is one of them, if it is released, then it's good. But I think there is some problem which is approvals that deleted. Maybe these are the old records, right? So the approvals levels are deleted maybe in the middle management. Okay. So we'll anyway we'll discuss this when we configuration this one. Maybe from the past data there is already deleted. Maybe but so approvals levels are deleted. So if you see that here, you can see that strategies here. Okay. So here that they are already deleted. If you can see here, the level strategy is what is the strategy here? Okay, this is something R1. Okay. Okay, release group is R1. But here if you see that, okay, uh, this is only we have DG. We cannot see that other groups. They are all deleted. Okay. So now it is active only DG group. Okay. D1 group they are deleted. Okay. So that's what we could not able to see that code. That's why system is not showing the records. Okay. So these are all records. So then they are not properly deleted or they are not clear the open purchase requisitions releases. Okay, that's what it is getting problem. Okay, so now what will be happen if it is not there, then it will not be. Next time what will be happen if I just click on this one trying to release this one. Okay, so the system will go on the release approval because requisition not subject to release.
Okay.
Okay, so that's problem here. But when we configuring that, I think you'll be get understanding about it how it works. Okay, but in the real time how to be like, okay, the higher level might be in the IT head or someone have the entire access, right? The system access, he can control the entire access. Those cases they have the access because it suddenly stuck in ME55 and it is not displaying some problem, technical problem. It is not displaying. He is not able to release. Then someone go in the ME4 end and they can release that higher level.
Okay.
Okay. So that's what it will do. Okay. And so these are the major transaction codes which is we can
So
find.
it's
Right?
ME55 and the last one was collective is okay,
This is
ME54N.
ME54N and this is ME55.
Okay, okay,
Okay.
okay.
Okay. I just mistakenly entered. I just thinking somewhere and just mistakenly entered. Okay.
No, that's okay.
Now purchase orders. Okay. Purchase order creation.
That's important.
Okay. So most probably these three are the normal. Most of probably because 1, 2, 3 creation, this change display, most probably to be like, okay, to go to purchase order creation, ME21N, okay, for the creation,
Okay.
purchase order, and ME22N, like a change purchase order, okay, and then obviously the display will be like ME23N display,
Okay.
okay, display view,
So change in purchase order as in like
amendments,
okay.
creation, new, amendments, and display. It's clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you go to here, we have the ME29N. Okay, it's a collector release. Okay, we can do all. Okay, okay, and ME28 would be like individual release. Okay, this is what I just confused. I just thinking like Pajero and just entered last time. Okay, sorry.
Is it ME28N or it's only ME28?
ME28, it's single, it's old version. Okay, ME28.
Okay.
So enjoy N is nothing but like enjoy transactions. Like I can perform a number of a number of activities at a time. And wherever it is individual, like if you see, we have the transaction code old version. Okay, even the old version, like we have how it is like ME51,
Okay.
okay, and ME52 and ME53. Okay, so what it will be happen if go to ME51 and ME51, okay, and the transaction, the screen, it's like a it's single, okay, like you have to enter one by one all the details, okay. But if you go to ME51 and I can see at entire screen it will like the header and item level all it will be like separate, okay.
Okay.
Okay, so this is what this is old versions, okay. M51 and even in the PO level also. So you can operate like older versions if it is older version, ME21, ME22, and ME23. Okay, this version. Okay, so and in this case only we have only ME28, so they can go ahead only for the individual. Okay.
Okay. Mm.
Okay, so this is what if you go to ME28. So ME28, if you go to ME28, you can see that approvals. Okay, individual code level I can approve, and if you go to ME29, these approvals. Okay, then
The
approvals
collective
can
approvals.
do at a header level. Okay, so here in the header level, we can see that if there is any release strategy there, the tab will come here separately. Okay, if there is an approval strategy which is defined, it will display in the top. Okay, clear?
Okay. Alright.
Is it clear?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Now,
what I would prefer is like maybe we could go over like
yeah,
for
yeah, very
manually
good. Yeah,
creating
I'm
like
just giving that overview because you cannot, if you go one by one, you might be didn't remember, right? You said you
yeah,
asked me, right? I just need to list out all the things. That's why
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah, exactly,
explaining
exactly.
first all the tickets, then we'll go by one by one. We'll perform that.
Perfect. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Right.
Okay. Now coming to table slave, table names.
Okay.
Okay. So here we have that EKKO. Okay. It's like a header level, header of the PO. Okay. And EKPO, item level of the PO. Okay, so these are two major one. Okay, other than this one, EKKEN. Okay, this is account assignment information. Specifically, if you want to go with this information, you can go this one. Okay, and there is a EKET delivery schedules. Okay, and okay, EKBE, then order history. Okay, and you can see that okay, EKAN. So there are so many transaction codes, but these are the major transaction codes. Okay? Major table names. Go to here. This is EKKO, just header. What's your list? So what is the header level? What is the item level? What is the so if you go to PO level, okay, the top which is like what are the information in the this screen. Okay, so
Header.
document type and number and vendor number, vendor information, part information, so on the organization, all this information it is called header. Okay,
Yeah.
they are
Mm.
they did the partition like tree, right? So the header level and the item level. Okay, so
Okay.
the about top it will be stored in the EKKO table. Okay, okay, and the item level they are stored in the one more table. Okay, because why it is like before that, why it is like, okay, they don't want to be repeated information in the, because here it will be repeated because item 10, item 20, item multiple line items they have to be captured in the item level table. Okay,
Mm.
and header level we see that the vendor, same vendor it is captured here, one same vendor it is captured here, same vendor here captured here. So they have the segregated that, okay, wherever it is required only the information that they captured only in the single entry in the KO table header level, and item level they captured all the line items. Okay, that means if it is single purchase order number it is there, I can see in the header level only one entry, but item level I can see the multiple line items. Okay,
Okay.
clear?
Yeah.
Is it clear?
Yeah. Sounds
Yeah,
good.
okay, let's go to one example here. How it will be. So one PO number I entered here. Okay. One PO number I entered here. Okay. So it will be have only one entry. Okay, in the header information, because it is header level only, it won't be changed. Header level it won't be changed, and even it is changed also it will be updated like amendment, but there is no multiple entries, multiple lines, multiple information. Okay, and if you see here, if I go to EKPO, one purchaser have the multiple line items. Okay, so the system should capture the all the line items. So when I just it is like, okay, there will be like multiple line items. Okay, if I have the 10, okay, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, let's go with some other purchase order number so that you can idea. So I'm just entering 4. Let's see if there is anything 2 or 3. No. Okay. What we can do, we can remove this purchase order number and I will just put that item number should not be 10. And it will get to so if I just go with 20 or 30, which is not okay. Okay. So if you can see here, there will be like 2 items here. So I can see 2 items here. Okay. So there might be have the multiple line items also. There may be thousands of the items they have in the same purchase order. Okay. So that if you want to see that, you can go in the item level information, purchase document, item level information. Okay. So the same way EKKN table. Okay, this is account assignment table. Okay. So again, it is like item level. So multiple items have the multiple account assignments. Like one item is for the cost center, one item for the different cost center, one item for the production. So like different we can have. Okay.
Okay.
Clear? Clear?
All right.
Any questions here?
I think should be good. Yeah.
Okay. So there are so many tables are there. Okay. In the PO, especially in the PO. In the PR, it is like only 2 or 3 we can find it. But in a PO, we can have a number of tables. But why it is even if it is a when it is multiple tables also, okay, these tables will be working for the. It's not only for the PO. It is also working for the RFQ. RFQ also the same table. Even contracts also it is the same tables. Okay, scheduling agreements also it is the same table. Okay, so all external documents, all external purchasing documents is the same tables. Okay. So how we can justify, how we can identify whether this is purchase order or the RFQ or contract, how we can identify. So there is the, if you go to EKPO table, okay, EKKO table, okay. So there will be like document category, okay. So in this document category, you can see that, okay, this is for a request for quotation, RFQ, and this is for a purchase order, and this is for contract, and this is for schedule agreement. So when I just execute this purchase orders list, okay, if it is created, okay, if it is created with A, then it is RFQ. If it is created with F, then it is a purchase order. Okay, if it is created with K, contract. So tomorrow, if you want to see the list of all the contracts, what you need to enter here, the outside you have to be entered that K. Okay, I just need to see the only contracts, then I can put it like K. So these are the contracts. Okay.
K for
Clear?
contracts. Okay.
Okay. And if it is scheduling agreement, again it is L. Okay.
Scheduling agreement.
Is it clear?
Okay. Yeah.
So that means
purchase order.
that means, okay, if you remember these transaction codes, okay, it is valid for the all the process like PO, RFQ, contract, and schedule agreement. Clear?
Okay.
And this is the external purchasing document, and this is the internal purchasing document. PR is the internal purchasing document. So why you mentioned this external purchasing document? So because this is the internal purchasing document. So what is the difference? Internal purchasing document and external purchasing.
Yeah, but it remains internal actually.
Sorry?
Right. I mean, when we create a purchase requisition, actually, I mean, that is sent to the vendor, right?
Oh, yeah, correct, exactly. So whatever the document which you're creating here, it won't be go outside. It is only internal discussion. That's why it is a internal purchasing document. So there is no impact if you created this one. There is no impact. Okay. Furtherly, if there is any documents which is created PO, RFQ, and contract and schedule agreement, that is impacted because that is moving to vendor. Information will go to the vendor, but this information will not go. It is just like an internally document.
Okay.
So that's what. So there will be have these tables. Okay. So other than that, we have so many other tables also. 3 to 4 tables are there. So if you remember these, it's enough for the external. All it will be covered. Okay. Clear? Okay. Now coming to the next one is inventory. Inventory management. Okay. Like it might be goods issue, goods receipt, transfer posting, stock transfer, all it will be like, okay. So altogether it is like we have MIGO transaction code, okay. MIGO enjoy transaction code, okay. This is for the entire all we can do at a time, okay. We can do goods receipts, we can do goods issues, transfer posting, stock transfer, okay, and all we can do in the here. So at that time, okay, there, in the older version, so you should also aware about the older version because if you get a project like in the older version, that again you need to be search for the okay, it's not working MIGO, it's not working ME29, and okay, so you should also aware about the older version if you're working. Maybe they might be have the chance if you're getting in the 4.7 version. Okay, so the older version that is okay. Still some clients they are using 4.7 version, okay, because might be they don't want to be upgrade or might be because every time if they want to go with upgrade there might be a costly expensive, right? They don't want to spend much amount on the existing software, so they want to be okay, it's okay, we can get all the information, it's okay. Okay, so in that case they can go with that cases, okay, it is like MB1A, okay, MB1B, okay, MB1C, okay, MB01. So like there are so many tables are there, older versions here. Okay, but these tables, okay, in the latest version, if you go to S4 HANA, okay, these tables will not be appear because these are all terminated, obsolete this one. Okay, so there is no necessity of this transaction go to run because we have enjoyed transaction. Okay, so the same here. What we can do here we can do goods ship. Okay, we can do goods ship, and we can do goods issue, and we can do transfer posting, and we can do stock transfers. Okay, and we can do display of the documents. All things we can do it here. And here, the older version is like a each and every transaction have their representative process. Like if it is a goods MB1A, it is goods issue. Okay, and MB1B transfer posting, MB1C goods receipt, MB01 the material document creation. Okay, like everything everywhere it is like individually there will be like individual process. Okay, clear?
All right.
So this is the older version. Now tables, if you see that here, we majorly have only two. Okay, that's good to see. MSEC and MCAP.
KPF.
So in the inventory management point of view, these two are the major one. Okay, so
Okay.
it is header information, when it is posted, what document is posted, those information will be okay. Header under the item level, which is like it is item overview. Okay. Now sequentially, okay, there will be like financial also it will be posted, right? Okay, so that financial accounting will be taken care by finance team. Okay, so that is a basic and BKPF tables. Okay, that is a FI related. Okay, if you want to remember, you can remember that BKPF and basic tables. Okay, but this is the inventory related.
Okay.
Clear? You want to write that BKPF and
Yeah, I did actually. Yeah.
okay, BKPF and BSEC. Okay, this is the accounting document which is created, right? So when we are posting this, sequentially it will be posted for the some information to financial side. Okay, so that is this accounting. This we can say accounting data. Okay, somewhat header information and somewhat the item information. Okay, this two.
So both are accounting data. Okay.
Yeah, both are equal. This header and the item. Okay, you can see KPF it is like header. Okay. So then there is no not much tables. Yes, we have much tables, but when it is posting, these are the tables. But stock levels, there is a again special stock tables. If you want to see, that is the different tables. Okay, special stock tables. If you want to see that, that is the different tables. Okay?
All right.
Now going to fourth one. This is like invoice verification. Okay, so invoice verification again. This is the MIRO transaction code. Okay, you can use the MIR R4 and R5 for display purpose. Okay, and this is the MIRO is the transaction we can perform the invoice verification. Okay, so the only one transaction code here, and if you want to table here RBKP, okay, and RSEC
Okay.
table. Okay, and the accounting it is same PKPF and BSEC.
Right.
Clear?
Okay.
Okay, so majorly these are the tables you need to remember. Okay, majorly.
I'll try to actually before our next class.
Yeah, when you're
Same.
doing practicing, you just go and check that okay, this table whether it is created or not created. What
Yeah, because
input is put.
I want to individually actually create a purchase requisition and probably
Yeah,
go
sure,
from
sure,
there,
sure, definitely,
the purchase order
definitely we'll do that. Okay.
creation, everything. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'll do
definitely
one by one.
we'll do that. Okay. Okay, so these are the transaction codes which is coming majorly in the transactions level. The transactions level, majorly we are using these transaction codes. Okay, but again, master data level it is the different. Okay.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, then I think it's almost too late for you. 5 minutes late. Okay, so we'll
It's
continue tomorrow. Okay.
it's
So
4:20 a.m. for you. It's too early. It's the time.
this your timing should be like
No. It's your time. I can see it's 4:20. So I think
no, this is wrong actually. So it's, I don't know why it is updated like this one, but I didn't check that. It is my personal system, right? It's not office system, so I didn't never
uh,
check this one. We are using for only for training purpose this system. Okay.
Okay.
Most probably I will be there in the official laptop only. So I never
So
used it.
you have to head to office right now? It's too late.
I'm a work from home. Okay.
Oh,
Remote control. So I'll be connected. After this, my timings will be like night.